Hi everyone, I'm Reading with Jack and today I'm here with my February book haul. I'm really excited to show you these books because I feel like they're books that you might not have heard of before, so hopefully I will allow you to discover new books and find some new things to check out. Some of them are from publishers that I received to read and review, and then a few of them are ones that I bought myself to study and actually just to read in general because they're going to be really fun. So the first book that I received was via NetGalley and it is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas, and I am so excited to finally get to read this book because Sarah J Maas is an amazing author. I met her last year and she was so kind, and I'm really excited to read more books by her because Throne of Glass is fantastic and I just can't wait to dive into this world. In fact, I have already started to dive into the world. I started it last night as soon as it arrived on my Kindle and I love it so far. It's such an intense world. I really love the characterization, particularly Farah. She is an amazing character. I can't wait to discover more about her. There's something very mysterious about her which I really love. I believe it comes out in May. I'll put the exact date on screen and I just hope that it's going to be really good throughout the rest of this book because I think that so far, so good. I can't wait to read more and more because I just love it so far, and hopefully I will be able to do a book review as soon as I finish reading it. The next few books are from an independent publishing house in London called Macauley, and they saw my YouTube channel and watched some of my videos and really enjoyed them. They really enjoyed what I was doing and said that I could read some of their books and then review them, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. They allowed me to pick out of a selection of books they had on their website, which was really easy to use, and there was such a great variety, great diversity on there, and it's definitely a website that I'd recommend checking out if you're looking for books that are perhaps a little bit different, books that you might not have come across before. And the first one I got is The Whale Kingdom Quest by Ming-Wei. I have no idea how to pronounce the name. I have no idea at all, but hopefully I pronounced it sufficiently. And you know, this sounds amazing, and I really love the simplicity of the cover design as well. I think it's just something that really catches your eye in a very simple way. I may as well read the blurb of this book just to kind of talk more about what it is, and it says, a completely original look at a post-apocalyptic world from the perspective of the sea life that lived. The world under the sea is as disparate and conflicted as the human race that once walked the land. Warring factions make tenuous alliances and fight for their right to remain in this new world. The Whale Tembe searches for the last remaining humans, but do any remain? And if they do, will he survive long enough to find them? That sounds really epic and really intense and mysterious, so I can't wait to get around to reading it. Hopefully it'll be a very enjoyable read. The next one is another science fiction one, and I'm really excited for this one as well. It is the Motives Trilogy by Harriet Alder. I can finally pronounce someone's name, everyone. I can finally pronounce it. It's a normal name. Well, you know, the other names are normal as well, but they're harder to pronounce, I guess. Okay, so this one sounds really science fiction-y. It looks very science fiction-y as well. I don't know, the kind of font style just reminds me of science fiction, so obviously that's the genre it is, so it's quite a good idea that it looks like that. I also really love this kind of mysterious bit here. It's kind of like the shadow of someone, but you can't see who it is. I'm guessing it'll be a character in the book, and I'm just really excited to discover that. Will there ever be a time of peace? 2035. The world is filled with technology, big and small. From the tiniest of devices to the giant supercomputers to artificial intelligence, humanity is in the middle of a techno boom. The boom had its beginnings in 2020 and grew into the prime years, 33, 34, and now 35. Computer technician Laura Jameson sure had a job on her hands when dealing with the evil supercomputer Giga 6. After she removes the bad egg chip from his brain, the two gradually become firm friends. Can machines and humans work together to fight the extremists before they carry out their wicked plan to kill all the young people in the world? Wow, that sounds epic again. Very epic. Killing young people sounds torturous and treacherous, and I really want to read about that, to be honest. It sounds like a very crazy science fiction world, and I'm sure it's going to be a very entertaining read. The next one is slightly different by the looks of it, and it's one that I'm really excited to get around to. It is Changes by J.M. Colhoun. I don't know how to pronounce the name, to be completely honest, but at least I tried. That's probably the excuse for every booktuber. I pronounced the name, I tried, but it's probably wrong. You know, that is kind of me. But anyway, I pronounced it and I did do my best. This one is a lot more colourful than the other two, and I think it's a little bit different to the others as well in terms of what it's about, so I'll read the blurb so you know. Upon the death of her mother, Kit in turn becomes one of the gifted, able to shapeshift into feline form and secretly changes the lives of humans. Her journey through the centuries provides stories which are chilling, humorous, bittersweet, mysterious, or shocking. During her travels, Kit encounters witchcraft in the 18th century, the music hall of the 19th century, organised crime in the roaring 20s, murder in the 40s USA, a rock star's finest hour, and a mysterious underground cult. That sounds really fantastic. With this one, I'm particularly excited about the idea of time travelling into the past and learning about the past. All of these historical references are going to be really fun to read about and really educational as well. I'm sure I'm definitely going to learn a lot, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Hopefully it will be equally as enjoyable as the others. The final two books are actually very similar. They're ones that I bought myself from Amazon, and they are based on a film that I'm studying in Spanish, which is El Laberinto del Fauno, or in English it's called Pan's Labyrinth. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing film. It's one that I would completely recommend that you check out because I think it's fantastical. The way it's put together is very magical. I love the mix between the real world and the fantasy world. It's basically set around the Spanish Civil War, and we basically have the fantasy world which has a lot of fantastical creatures which each symbolise things that are happening in the real world in relation to the Spanish Civil War. I think it's just perfect. It's a really, really good film. I really think that you should check it out. The first book that I got about it is Pan's Labyrinth by Maas Diestro-Dópido, which is basically just a general overview of the film. It goes through the different scenes and different characters, and it's not particularly a study guide, but it's definitely very educational if you are studying the film. I think it just gives you a little bit more knowledge of the different scenes and what actually happens. It basically goes through every different scene, as you can see, and it has these full colour pictures which are fantastic about the different things that happen, and it's all really fantastic, I think. You know, Pan's Labyrinth is great, and I think just to look at these pictures again from the film is a great opportunity, and I really love this book from what I've read of it so far. The second one is more specifically for studying, because as you would expect, it's called Studying Pan's Labyrinth by Tanya Jones, and so far this has been very, very useful. I actually had to write an essay last week about the mix between the fantasy and the reality world, and although I had a lot of ideas beforehand, this really solidified what I was writing. It really allowed me to condense my ideas into the 400 word limit, which is not enough. I can write so much more words about Pan's Labyrinth, and they are so restrictive. You know, I can write 1,000 words in Spanish about Pan's Labyrinth, and probably more. So 400 words is not a very good word limit, but anyway, it really allowed me to just write a good essay. This one goes more specifically through the different themes and the different cinematography methods, which I think is a lot more useful when you're studying. So far, so good. So everyone, that is it for my February book haul. I hope you all enjoyed and that I introduced you to some new books, because I really hope that you do decide to check them out. They all sound fantastic, and it would be great if other people could read them as well, so we could all discuss them. I will do book reviews on each book as I finish reading it, so I'll be able to talk about them in a little bit more depth then, but from what I've heard about them all, they sound fantastic and they're going to be very good reads. Definitely let me know down below in the comments if you're planning to read any of the books that I mentioned today, or if you've also seen Pan's Labyrinth as well. That would be really good to know. What did you think of the film? So thank you for watching everyone, and I will see you all again in my next video.